This is the A379, which is a really popular biker's route. It runs from Plymouth down to Dartmouth through some small rural villages and some fantastic scenery. Unfortunately, there have been 22 injury crashes along this section of road in 3 years. Many of these crashes have been associated with roads that run through built-up areas and small villages in particular. You can reasonably say that these are areas where there are lots of hazards present, a hazard-rich environment. As we go over this bridge, we're approaching the village of Brixton, and there are 2 garage premises on either side of the road. They're always of interest to us because obviously vehicles will enter and leave them, sometimes when we least expect it. We'll go through a little crossroads here and the road goes over a brow. And then in the distance you'll see that there's a change of speed limit down to 30 miles per hour. 30 mile per hour speed limits indicate that we're now on a section of road where there is most risk to us as bikers. These are the most dangerous roads, and that's why the speed limit is as it is, 30 miles an hour. So it's important to pay attention to the speed limit and only do 30 if it's safe to do so. It also means that we're less likely to attract complaints as motorcyclists, because villagers do complain about bikes speeding through their local environment. Coming up here to a little mini roundabout where there's a poor view to the right, so we get the speed right off here till such time as we're sure we don't have to give way. Still got slow in the road, and there's a pub on the right hand side and parked vehicles on both sides of the road. Pedestrian crossing, oncoming vehicles. There's a lot going on here. Changing the road surface usually indicates an area that might cause us a problem. There's a bus stop and vehicles on the left threatening to pull out in front of us as we go around this right-hander. Looking up ahead, the road goes over a little brow and there's another junction on the left, again a vehicle threatening to pull out. Looking at the driver, making sure that they've seen us. We need to always expect the unexpected. National speed limit signs appear and we've got an opportunity to speed up a little. Now we're in a 60 limit, and this is the section of road that joins 2 villages, Brixton and Yampton. We're gaining on this car up ahead, and there might be an overtaking opportunity off the right hand bend up ahead. So we're just hanging back a little, not getting too close, and looking for the break in the lines in the centre of the road. As they appear, we're starting to gain speed on it and trying to time our overtake so that as soon as we get a view, we're out and gone. But it's an overtake that needs to be planned. As you can see, straight away we get a solid white line section again. Heavy goods vehicles use this road, as you can see. And there are often a lot of drain covers, large ones, sometimes that they are exactly in the section of the road that you want to ride on. So it's important to read the road surface carefully. A major junction here on the right, down towards Kitley and Newton Ferrers. It is clear at this time, and now we'll be entering the village of Yampton, and you can see that there's a system of street lights coming into play here, which is another indication that it's a 30 limit. Lots of information, lots of paint trying to tell us that it's now time to slow down and comply with the speed limit. As we go over this brow, there is almost invariably parked cars on the near side, and there they are. So we're forced out to the offside. Nothing coming, so let's move right away from them and give ourselves maximum safety margin to that near side danger. More parked cars on the near side, and oncoming traffic, a bus route, as you can see. All the time we're trying to put the bike in the safest position for us in relation to the hazards that are present. Looking at other road users, pedestrians, car drivers, motorcyclists, trying to anticipate what they might do. And don't assume that any of them have ever seen you, even though they might be looking at you. As we approach this pedestrian crossing, you can see that traffic is forced out on our side of the road by parked cars. They're not giving way, so we need to give up our road position to go through, using a bit of the bus stop, as you can see. The road goes over a little brow, and there's a pub on the near side, looking there to make sure nothing emerges from the pub car park, or the garage forecourt on the right. It's clear, nothing to affect our ride. It is tempting here to start speeding up in excess of the 30 limit, but there is a junction on the near side with a pool view. You can just see the parked car in the mouth of it. So that's why the speed limit extends out beyond that junction, leaving the village. Now the national speed limit signs appear, and we've got an opportunity to speed up again. A left-hand bend, followed by a right-hand bend. The road starts to invite us to speed up. But very soon we come up against another 30 limit, one that often gets abused and ignored. There's a good reason for it. There's a business premises on the right that we've just gone past. There's a junction on the left with a poor view. As we go around the right-hander, another junction on the left and one on the right just over the bridge here. Two private premises either side of the road and a further business premises on the right. And as we go around the left-hander, a major crossroads with a garage on the left-hand side. So we're just holding speed just a little until that clears, and then starting to speed up again.